On the dark side of the moon is an alien research station. Now, these aliens have been here for thousands of years, and they believe that chickens right now are the most dominant species on the planet. But of course, they are not here for the chickens. They are here to witness a mass extinction, one that has been lasting for thousands of years now. They call it the Great Flood. What's up guys, hello and welcome back to the show. Of course, there are no super advanced aliens on the other side of the moon, hopefully. But the flood is very real. I have been reading Yuval Noah Harari's Sapiens, a brief history of humankind, and oh boy, it is so delicious. I highly recommend it to any organism that identifies itself as a human, Homo erectus and Neanderthals included, of course. The inspiration for this video comes directly out of a chapter called Noah's Ark from Harari's book. So I guess I get 100 points for originality there. But the flood is very real. It all started 45,000 years ago when the first band of human settlers reached Australia. No, back then it wasn't so flashy, more green perhaps, but not the fancy stuff. Australia back then was populated by all sorts of exotic creatures like the mitchp lion and the Diprotodon and giant kangaroos. But just after a few thousand years since the humans arrived, all these creatures went extinct. Based on what Harari said and some basic research on the internet, I believe that this extinction was caused due to humans. Maybe out of excessive hunting and torching of the natural habitats of these creatures. There are many alternate theories like the changing climate led to the decline of these creatures, which is fair, but Harari provides two important points that we need to keep in mind as an answer to them. Number one is that the climate had always been changing and these creatures had endured through it, if not flourished. So this time, along with the climate, it was the humans that made the difference. Had it not been for the recent human immigrants, maybe they would have survived this time too. And the second most important and crucial point is that this is not just the story of Australia, but the story of our entire planet. Everywhere humans go, creatures die. Harari mentions that within just 2,000 years of human arrival into the Americas, North America lost 34 out of 47 genres of large animals, and South America lost 50 out of 60 genres of large animals. When humans reached New Zealand, the island lost 60% of its bird species just 800 years ago. And same is the story with almost every island on the Pacific and the Atlantic. Somehow we managed to kill a lot of creatures wherever we go. Research suggests that the average body size of mammals has been dropping below what's expected on every single continent, precisely at the time when humans move into it. This is because we have been hunting those large creatures into extinction since the beginning of time. The link is in the description in case you're interested. It is fascinating and almost shocking to know that our migration patterns can be studied by looking at the extinction rates of various species across the globe. This speaks a lot about how humans interact with the environment that they live in. I'm not saying that humans were deliberately hunting these creatures or that they were killing them for sport.
It didn't eat them. It's killing for sport.
They merely did what they had to do in order to survive. But you know, the thing is, it doesn't take a lot to make the large animals go extinct. Well, that is because large creatures breed very slowly and it takes them a long time to fully mature. In such a case, if you just kill a couple of them every few months, then the population remains distressed enough. All you have to do is push the death rate ever so slightly higher than the birth rate, and you'll have a steady decline in population till the species goes extinct. Hey humans, welcome back. So what were we talking about yesterday? Nobody remembers? Okay, let me see. Bird species just 800 years ago, and same is the story with almost every island on the Pacific. I hope you realize that I actually know what we were talking about, and I'm doing all of this for engagement, because apparently people can't watch a 10-minute straight video of a guy talking unless there is some monkey dance in it. I could have got to the point straight away, but because everybody has to get so goddamn bored so easily, we have to do things like this, like day 2, I don't remember what I said yesterday nonsense. The things I have to do for you. Or maybe my content is just boring and uninteresting. I am actually willing to accept that possibility. By the way, it is not day 2, it is actually day 4. But don't tell anyone. I want to draw a comparison, a very basic one. Let us see if you agree with me. All of this is just my opinion, of course. But hear me out on this one. 3 characteristics that define humans. Number 1, they try to separate themselves. They try to draw a boundary between them and the environment. And this I know based on my elementary class, where they taught us a list of things that were human-made and nature-made, as if both were separate. Number 2, humans extract resources from the environment for their own survival, which is what every other organism does. So like, not everything on the list has to be ooh so bad, but you get the point. Number 3, humans want to survive no matter what. So does every other creature. But the thing is, humans are so willing to defend and protect themselves that they would even do it at the cost of the environment. These 3 features, if you carefully think about, are exactly what define cancer. Right? But if humans are cancer based on these criteria, then every other organism is, because life is just programmed that way. Because humans are so widespread and so successful and so goddamn bloody hell smart, they just do things on a very large scale. Because our population is so large and we have moved so much far beyond our survival necessities that just to sustain a modern lifestyle, the footprint that we leave on this planet is really gigantic, and it's really impossible to not notice it. But wait a minute, isn't this a problem? Because if societies have to exploit the environment for their survival, and in doing so, if the environment collapses, then societies cannot progress beyond a certain point where the environment collapses. Does this mean that we cannot have super advanced aliens just because of the way life naturally is? Could this be a potential solution to the Fermi paradox? Well, maybe. But do you know what the Fermi paradox reminds me of? No, not this guy. Aliens. Yes, aliens. Think of it for a minute. Where are all the aliens? It's been billions of years since the universe has been here, and we predict that there must be a lot of alien species out there. So where are they? Alright, let's imagine 2 scenarios. The first one in which we do find aliens. And let's be all the way optimistic about it. We find nice, friendly aliens who don't want to kill us, who don't want to take our planet. They are as intelligent as we are, and they are as curious to know about us as we are to know about them. Great! In that case, they might ask us, how did life evolve on your planet? A question that we cannot answer entirely for now. They might also want to know about the biodiversity on our planet, in which case, what are we supposed to tell them? Are we going to tell them that we once had a rich biosphere which we then systematically dismantled and destroyed for our own purposes? Would we tell them that our planet was once teeming with all sorts of amazing life forms, but it is no longer the case because we screwed it up? Would we tell them that we have successfully capitalized every single tree on our planet and that we have laid concrete over every acre of land? Would we tell them that we have turned our oceans into acidic nuclear dump sites and that we have polluted every single cell on this planet with microplastic? Would we tell them that we have literally redefined natural selection and the criteria, the yardstick for survival right now is of being utility to human beings? Is that what we want to tell the aliens and ourselves and our future generations? Is that how we choose to be seen? First, we act like a virus, then we take over the planet, then we destroy all life forms for our own personal needs. Then we meet aliens and we expect them to not try to kill us. What are we thinking with all of this? But hold on for a second. There is a possibility even worse than that, and that is that we don't find any life anywhere in the universe. The possibility that Earth life is the only life that there is. This would be an absolute game changer. It would make every creature that has ever been on this planet way more valuable than we think it is. What would we then tell ourselves? That life had formed on this tiny blue planet once in an eternity, once in a universe, and we ruined most of it out of our arrogance and our ignorance.
Therefore, in order to fulfill my solemn duty to protect America and its citizens, the United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord Thank you.
Life as we know it today took literally billions. We cannot even comprehend that number. It is that huge. Billions of years of cosmic and biological evolution to become what it really is. Who or what gave us the right to mess with that?
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Probably the most cliched line of our century, but still valid in this case. Earth life is our biological heritage, and every organism that ever existed, may it be a species of bacteria or the dinosaurs or the marsupial or the mammals, anyone basically represents the story just as much as we do of life on this planet. So that's it. That's the story of our species, and although we are very young on a geological scale, we have managed to earn the title of mass murderers for ourselves. As far as the future is concerned, I don't know what will happen. Maybe we'll manage to fix everything using our technology and our brains, or maybe we'll go down a spiral of absolute destruction. We don't know. That's something we'll have to wait to find out. But till then, I think we can be optimistic and do our tiny parts into building a better world, not just for humans, but for horses and buffaloes and frogs, maybe every other creature included. It takes me around one entire geological epoch to produce one video, and it would be nice if more and more people could be a part of this. So if you enjoy this, please consider subscribing, sharing, leave a like down there, leave a comment. Let's have a conversation. I will see you next time. Till then, stay awesome, Homo sapiens.